All right, Grand Day is Shay Seeking or Shalonda Brewton, and we are going to go ahead and look, let's see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at this here. You know, I'm trying to do like a timeline of something to share and show something that I feel is, again, very pressing or coming. So we're going to go ahead and look at this. And again, this is just for, what is fair use. This is for so-called educational purposes. And again, someone may say for entertainment purposes, but again, it is what it is. So again, we're going to go ahead and start in the Living Bible with chapter 17. And it shouldn't take that long. I really don't have that much time. So let's see. It says, okay, so again, like I said, I'm doing somewhat like of a timeline, and we're going to try to incorporate what's going on here with what's going on, what we just read in the book of Enoch that we randomly chose that actually has to do with this. And then we're going to look at the so-called political arena and just see what kind of things are happening in the headlines, okay? So again, okay. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Living Bible. And it said, so again, we're in 17, and it says, then his son Jehoshaphat became king and mobilized for war against Israel. Okay. So again, when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing like a dual something going on where they're talking about there, but symbolically and allegorically, we're also talking about what's going on in the Americas when we're talking about these things. And so, let me see. I wanted to pull up something really quick that just kind of made me look at it in this way. So again, I do feel like someone is, again, I don't have that many subscribers, but I know that this is something very big, and that it doesn't matter how many, is who's watching. And it just so happens that the way that I feel like I've been isolated or separated from certain communities that I've been in, I feel like it is a way to divide and conquer. And so again, I think I was watching a clip where he said he had just gotten in, and he said something about holding off on some kind of protection or holding off on something. And so that I found that real funny, because I left off in 17 and today is the 17th. And so we're going to go ahead and look at what it's talking about. Okay. And then here I noticed that I kind of like Googled his name and what was going on. And 3 days ago, you know, it says in Israel, a new prime minister, Naphtali, which again is, okay, we know it's, at least in the Book of Mormons. I don't know how it's spelled in the Bible. Okay. And we have Ben there too, and it's just funny that we have Ben Hale here. So again, this is probably a very something that people won't like me to do, but again, I feel like there is a certain defense kind of thing, again, you know, and everybody you know, has a way of defending themselves, or should be able to. So again, that whole thing when we're talking about Israel being able to protect itself is because someone knew good and well that symbolically that was talking about, and I think even like we're talking Jerusalem or Zion and Israel, these are holy, mountainous, again, I feel representing this rise of the divine feminine and matriarchal chieftains and things in the Americas. I think it's a dual thing. So it says here that it is impossible to hold a government that has many exploded in northern Illinois and touched off a specular fire. Now again, that's kind of, I don't know what this is all talking about, because again, this is probably like shortened up so we can see it. But, or well, you can't because I'm on my other phone with it. But I was just telling you guys the other day that I felt like that fire that was burning at that plant in Illinois, that's not too far from me. Oh, well, I mean, it is, but it's not. That had something to do with something, okay? And so, again, Lapid called off a planned speech saying he was ashamed that this something, whatever. Okay, so again, I don't know. These are just headlines that I was just looking at right here, and I'll probably go into them a little bit later, but it kind of triggered some things. So, okay, so again, it says here that Jehoshaphat became the king and mobilized. In the King James is saying Jehoshaphat, his son, reigned in his stead and strengthened himself against Israel. So again, we have to think about that as him being his right-hand man. I don't know what exactly they call it there, for a amount of time since Netanyahu was in, right? And so he served under him during the time, some of the time that he was in. And so again, to see and look at it as a son of his, you know what I'm saying? So again, that would be kind of like a son. Like, even if we think about the American presidency, and the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in a sense, would be idolized, okay, in my eyes, versions of the First Lady, the Vice President, and the President are that trinity when it comes to this world governing force, okay? So, again, I told you guys I saw so these are like signs and stuff that I'm seeing. Just like a lot of kind of low, not planes, because we are by an airport in a sense, but not the airplanes from the airport, but I've heard and noticed other smaller planes and stuff flying over earlier or throughout the day, because I've been outside, well, and somewhat outside, and you know, today. And I told you guys I saw the tan military trucks running through here the other day. So again, those are signs, because I've never seen them in a long time, right? So it's just, you know, some of these things are just piquing my interest, okay? So again, I read that part, but we're going to go ahead and read from the Living Bible from now on. So it says, and this is 2 Chronicles 17, and it said, and his son Jehoshaphat became the king and mobilized for war against Israel. Again, he placed a garrison. He placed garrisons in all the fortified cities of Judah, and various other places throughout the country, and in the cities of Ephraim and his father, Ephraim that his father had conquered. Okay, so again, I feel.